Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the Bianconerizon for another live video. This time preview, the first one for a midweek game in a while. It's been a while. With me today is Davide. How are you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Both, you just coming home from work, are you? Rushing in?
No, not rushing in. Like, I was home.
Yeah.
I set everything up, but I forgot to
I'm trying
open...
to give you a bit of an excuse here. No, it was
Oh,
Skype.
it was my fault. Like, usually I start Skype like 15 minutes in advance, but I was watching the game. I completely forgot. So 5 minutes before we should go live, I open it and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do an update now. I was like, okay. Great timing.
That happens.
Yeah, it usually happens when we need to go live. that's
exactly. It's just the way it goes.
When I record a video with Julian, previews and stuff like podcast, it never does that. Like when we have the time, never. When we need to go live, update time. But yeah, it is what it is. Oh my god. So Coppa Italia, Inter won, so we know who we could potentially face
3-0.
in the final. Yeah, 3-0. It was deserved. Like the goal that got disallowed by Milan is what it is. I don't think that should have been disallowed. But it did. 3-0. They deserve to win. They're in the final. Not a surprise to me. But yeah, so if we win tomorrow, it's Inter on the 15th of May. I think it's a Wednesday. I know it's a Wednesday, so I think it's the 15th, something like that.
Right now.
It's a Wednesday. I think it's the 15th. One of those dates.
May 11th.
May 11th. Okay, so 11th. But it's a Wednesday. That's all I know. So yeah. We will go into Allegri's quotes, the predicted lineup, and stuff like that, like the usual thing. And then we'll go into predictions. As usual, before we go to the Allegri quotes, because I think you read them. You know, I think you.
Yeah, I know. Like,
you sort of predicted lineup and stuff. Yeah.
Interesting day once we get through the standard stuff, you know.
Yeah, he said some wild things. I'm not gonna lie. Like your initial feeling about tomorrow. Like, is it positive? Is it negative? Is it, I don't know at the moment.
I mean, I think I'm still feeling some bad vibes from the weekend. It hasn't helped that everything you read is kind of the same vibe. Everyone's trashing Juve right now for how they performed against Bologna. I should trash myself the way I said Bologna, like I'm Justin or something at Bologna. Anyways, yeah, just trash me now because I was horrible. But yeah, the feelings aren't the most positive I've ever been. Just like yesterday, I wasn't really in the groove. I'm still not totally in the groove. I'm usually so excited the day before to watch a game, but I don't know. I guess very cautious this time around because I want it. I know we need it. We need to do this. I'm just gonna let the result happen, and I'll react to that result however I need to, I suppose. Whether it's punching my wall or jumping up and cheering for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not looking forward to it because I'm not positive. But I've said we're gonna win it. The Coppa Italia. I said it months ago, so I need to back myself somehow. I need to, get it into my head that I need to back this team. But like, I know better at this point.
You have to though. Like you just have to.
Yeah, I have to because I cannot track back now. I cannot do a backtrack. So I was saying hello from Greece for Juve. Thanks for tuning in. It's an hour later in Greece, so it's midnight. So thanks for that. Dash is saying I'm checked out until the summer. To be honest, yeah, I said that before. Then the game starts and I'm invested again. That's how it goes.
And Stephanie was saying that she lost that excitement as well. So, I mean, that's. I hope I'm not like portraying that negativity out to the internet because, man, everyone should make their own decision. But it's definitely kind of the feeling around the camp right now.
Yeah, for sure. Stephanie saying I lost that excitement. I think we all did a bit, like some more than others, but like it's at a like you cannot be excited watching that. Like I don't know if Juve fan that's excited this season. Like I don't think there was any, to be honest. Not even the most positive
When we
ones.
got Deuce on, that was a good month or so, because he gonna just that new fresh blood. But that wasn't because of any performance on the pitch so much. It was just
Yeah.
more hope, a fresh injection of hope, I suppose. So I mean, hope for the next season is where it seems to be laying right now.
You know what it is? I don't like to do that because this season is still ongoing. Like that's my issue.
I know. You got to
and
focus.
it's not wrapped up. It's not wrapped up. That's the main issue.
It's no. So yeah, we got to focus in. Enough of this nonsense, guys. Come on, let's focus. We got a game tomorrow.
Pisa is saying it's not just a Bologna game, it's how we played the whole season. The Bologna game was just last straw. I think there will be some more straws, not gonna lie. Like, I wish it was the last one.
Left in that bunch.
Yeah. But we'll go into Allegri's quotes now. Because, yeah. Because I have them here. He said more things. I didn't include everything. I just picked out some things that I thought were interesting. So we start off saying tomorrow's a difficult game. Fiorentina's having a great season. Italiano's confirming what he did well with Spezia. Well, that's not a lie. Like, that's actually understating it, because he's kind of overperforming with Fiorentina at the moment, because he has a shot at making Champions League. So that's, in my opinion, overperforming, because that was not Fiorentina's goal. So credit to him. He's doing a fantastic job. And yeah, nothing. There's no lie detected in that. And then we move on to the weirdest quote. Now,
this is weird.
I must say, I've watched the presser. He was completely joking. Like, he was bored of the question, because he know what the question would be. Will Miretti play and stuff like that? And he kind of joked about it. So it was a complete, how do you want to say it, nonchalant answer. Like, he was playing with it.
See, and just reading it, you don't get that.
No, like he was proper taking the piss. He was proper taking the piss, and he said, "Arthur, is that I have two midfielders. That's enough. There's also Miretti. Let's not complain." He just wanted to avoid the obvious question, Miretti, which you cannot avoid at this point. Like, you need to answer it, in my opinion. And
if everyone's, I would just love to be in his head for a moment to know, like, everyone's on him about the young players, specifically Miretti. How does he take that in his head? What is his little, like, the angel and devil on his shoulders? Like, what are they telling him at this point?
I have no idea. I have actually no idea.
Because clearly the people want this, but he's so adamant against it. That's what is really intriguing me about his decision.
Yeah, you can call it intriguing. I will call it, it's annoying now. Because, like, come on. I mean, we will go into a predicted lineup, and you will say, "Nah, you cannot do this again." You just can't. And everybody, I think,
you're.
It is what
I
it
laughed,
is.
so I'm still laughing.
It is what it is. So, yeah, if he wants to joke about it, I don't think it's a joke at this point, but he still thinks it is. Well, that's who he is, I guess. But people take it serious. You need to watch the interview where he was taking the piss. My issue is, I tweeted out, I was like, okay, like, he said that, and journalists just brush it under the carpet and just moved on to the next question. I was like, hold on, someone do your job properly and ask what the hell is happening with Arthur. Is he coming back? Because there's no real news. Like, what is happening? And everybody just moved on. I'm like, you guys are not doing your job properly. I'm sorry. Like, you laugh about that, fine, but nobody is gonna question him hard, saying, what's up with Arthur? Why not Miretti? Like, ask him, why not Miretti? Because one journalist go into that room and say, I've watched Quadrado Danilo play. It's not working. When are you gonna play an actual midfielder? Ask him the question. And when he says he's still young, the journalist should stand up and say, who cares? Danilo is not a midfield. He's old, but he cannot play midfield. So what's actually the point? Nobody's doing that. That's in my opinion, that's a serious issue, because they are kind of accepting it. Instead, they should be putting Allegri on the hot seat, and they're letting him off the hook way too easy, in my opinion.
So this is my tinfoil hat time. It seems to be a thing I do a lot. Like there's you got like some muscle man sitting in behind Allegri to the side off the camera, and whenever the media is asking a question like about Moretti, it's just like just the wag.
It feels like that
in the eyes.
It actually feels like that.
Shut down.
But yeah, let's see. Then he also said we're all fine. Tomorrow the changes will be more important than ever. Excuse me. For the first 60 to 70 minutes, Fiorentina know how to keep up a great pace and have technique. I'll decide who to play based on tomorrow's training session. Yeah.
And like, what's the flip side? We don't know how to play well for 60 or 70 minutes.
I was thinking,
I don't get that.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, okay, this is kind of scary. What are you trying to implement? Or what are you trying to say that we cannot keep up with that pace? 60 minutes? That's not a lot. Like 70 minutes.
That's for another own goal in the 90th minute. Like, is that's kind of
70 minutes on the same pace? Like, it's the bare minimum, no? Like, when the last 20 minutes you tackle off a bit, I'm like, okay, it's deep in the season, but like 60 to 70 minutes. Like, if you cannot bring that at this point of the season, then when? Like, when? Like, it's the end of the season. Like, you never could, and at this point, still not. Weird, but hey, apparently Fiorentina can do it. We can. Let's move on. Then you start trying to rattle the fans a bit more. I think he said we had a lot of chances on Sunday, which is a lie. We have to fix our defense, but we didn't play a bad game. We were at the peak of the season and we were a bit tired. The defense is not the problem. Like, if he thinks that that's the problem, then we have a serious issue. That's not the problem.
And that's another weird one. This is all. Everything's weird today.
Because
it's not just me, is it?
No. The problem is we are creating absolutely nothing. We struggle to create. If you create with this team, nobody's going to complain about the defense. People are complaining because the opponents get 1-2 chances. They convert one. We get none. Yeah. That's the issue.
And that's crazy. Like, we're talking about like a 50 to 100% conversion rate for some of these teams against us.
Yeah. But like, you create nothing. It's like, if you nuts. Like you in a normal situation, you create 5 clear-cut chances at home against Bologna. You bury 2 to 3, and then the one goal you concede is like, it happened,
Yeah.
But he actually thinks the backline is the issue at the moment. If we didn't concede that goal, we would have won. I don't think we would have won. We took a point because they were with 9 men, like, and they were all over the place. They had no idea what to do, and we were just dropping that ball into the box like madmen. That's why we got
9 men, and that's at once. Like, the coaching staff have no idea. Like, they don't necessarily think about that. 2 guys at once. It's just a free for all, especially that late in the game.
It was a mess. Like, it was just
plug a hole.
Mess. We were just dropping that ball, hoping it fell for someone's feet. It did, and that's how we got that goal. We created absolutely nothing. Like a Danilo corner hitting the post, that's not creating a chance. Like, come on. Like, he's actually delusional. If he thinks that, he's delusional. It's kind of scary. I don't think people are talking about it too much, in my opinion, especially journalists. Like, if I were in that room, I'm like, hold on, that's a lie. I would say it, like, you created absolutely nothing. I'm sorry. But nobody questions.
You wouldn't say anything either. You wouldn't ask anything either if that jacked up dude was wagging his finger at you, though.
But like, every time I watch him, I'm just waiting. Okay, someone is gonna, like, the guy who asked him the question will say, hold on, that's not true. Nope, next one. I'm like, these pressers are useless. Like, they're actually useless. I'm not gonna lie. At some point, I'm gonna stop watching, then I'm just gonna read them and translate it to the page. That's what I'm gonna do because it's not fun anymore.
It's hard. Yeah, these days it's all about just putting out content, right? So you gotta remember that the journalism isn't necessarily the best. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's what sells.
Yeah, it's not gonna change. It's not gonna change. The next one, he was asked criticism from Lapo Alcan. I don't comment on it. I think he's one of the first Juve fans. I saw people saying President Lapo Alcan has absolutely no power within the family. Nothing. Like, he will never be in that club. And if he actually has a role in that club, we became a joke of a club. I'm gonna say it. Like, he's not a businessman. He isn't. Everybody knows his history. He shouldn't be at the club. He can tweet whatever he wants. He has no influence in the club whatsoever. It is what it is. So it was actually a stupid question to ask. He can tweet whatever he wants. Then he said, when you're at Juve, you always play to win, but you have to take stock at the end of the season, but not only considering the results, but the overall performance. We have 35 very important days ahead of us. Yeah, stating the obvious.
Yeah.
It's like generic questions. Generic answers.
At least we know how many days left we have.
Yeah,
Start counting down.
at least he can count, and it reminds me it's almost over. The pain is almost over. Suffering is almost done. 35 games. Then he said, if you win the Coppa Italia, it doesn't count for anything. But if you lose it, then you have failed. I agree with him. You know how it is. If we win it, people will say, oh, it's a Coppa Italia. If you lose tomorrow, people will say, you cannot even win the Coppa Italia, blah, blah, blah. And that's how fans work. Like, it is what it's.
Yeah, okay, and that's what I thought. That was worded a little funny too, but the way you said it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, like, I think I joke about the Super Coppa because I don't count that as a cup.
Yeah. It does.
I actually don't count it. It's preseason friendly. They try to hype up for the money, putting that mid-season, but with traveling across the world, usually, not this year, usually it's a mess. So I don't care about that. But
Coppa it's just Italia, to make money. It's just to get...
It's the money.
Yeah, it's to sell the sport. And sell the sport in a tertiary market.
In Spain, they're playing with 4 teams now. And in Italy want to do the same thing. That's an absolute mistake. I'm sorry. But the Coppa Italia, I want to win it. That's real cup. I want to win it. So I want to win it.
It means something. Well, it's something on your chest. Like it's right in the center of your chest there, right? Like it means something.
That's something I want to win. So yeah. Oops. What the hell did I do over here? Okay. Then he said we have lacked that little bit extra to win games in which we have often played even better than our opponents. I agree, but we also won games where we shouldn't have won. So it balances each other out. Yeah, it evens out. You know, it is what it is. That's not the problem this season. He said we also need to improve on the fact that we are 10th in goals scored. In football, the goal difference is still what wins or loses championships. Yeah, I think that's obvious that we don't score enough.
And we've been 10th for as long as I can remember.
So
even you post Vlahovic, right? This is something we should have maybe adjusted a bit.
We thought when we got Vlahovic, it would have changed, you know, but it didn't.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like be first. I'm talking like 9th, 8th place. Like make some visual progress there, and we haven't yet. So, and that's not Vlahovic's fault, obviously. Like he has put goals in, but yeah, it's the bigger issue at hand.
I agree. 1 second. Okay. Then he said criticism is good because it stimulates. We know how we work and what we put into achieve our goals, but in football, that may not be enough, but it doesn't mean that the method has changed. Well, it does. Considering us, it does. Like, I'm sorry, it does. Like, when you create a shitload of chances and you win, like let's say you have a GA of 5, like, or something like that, something insane. Like, you create a lot of chances, but you only score 1 goal. Then okay, it's a bit of luck. It will change, but that's not our case. Like, something needs to change. That's obvious. He knows that. Everybody knows that. It is what it is.
Yep.
And then he said we need to be more precise and effective, but it's not so much a question of technique, but rather a mental question. Looking at that squad, I would say the biggest question is technique, player-wise, quality, and then. Of course, the way we set up, the way we play, obviously, but like some things you have in your hand, like patterns of play, style of play. That's Allegri. Like, you can still make runs with awful players. It's not gonna look amazing, but we are stale. That's coaching. That has nothing to do with the quality of the players, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I would even argue that there is a certain level of quality in the players. Like even Rabiot, we've seen. He has that, but we see it twice a season.
That's it. Yeah.
What was going on? Yeah, there's just another aspect that is not being fulfilled.
I agree. So that's coaching. You need to take some blame, and at this point, I don't get the feeling he's taking the blame. Some blame, not enough. But that's just me.
Yeah.
I saw someone saying
maybe there is more going.
Yeah,
maybe
of
there's
course.
more going behind the scenes, and he's not
Romeo
on. But
really quickly, Romeo said. So it was a personal opinion from Romeo. He said, watching the pressers the last couple of weeks, I have the feeling that there will be changes in the coaching staff. Not him, of course, but like a general, there will be changes in the coming season. Let's see.
Talking about like the defensive coach, the offensive, like that kind of stuff, or
yeah, the fitness coach will be the first one, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I've heard, I don't know if it was you who mentioned it or if you actually heard that from somewhere else, but the fitness coach is that's a thing that should be like that.
I don't think they have one. It's COVID, they need to reduce the wage bill also from the coaching staff.
They're all doing they're doing Skype calls to diagnose. That's how I have to talk to my doctor over the phone right now. I don't actually get to see him first.
You're positive. Just stay at home. You didn't even check me. Okay. I read a comment earlier. It's gone. I think I don't even find. Yeah, it's gone. It was a good one. I cannot find it back. Oh yeah, it's from Savas. He said Allegri looks a little nervous lately, and I agree. Usually he's very calm. He doesn't talk schedules. Now he's bringing up Fiorentina's schedules on his own. Like usually he doesn't do it. Like he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
I think he knows that he needs help in terms of he needs Fiorentina to drop points and stuff like that. He knows that. We all know that. So we're not going to win out.
That's a very negative way of thinking. Because we all came into this final game saying, yeah, we're going to win them all. But if Allegri's, maybe not. Yeah, it's a bad luck. I don't know. It's a desperate look.
Stephanie's saying it's always staged. They know what reporters they want to allow in the room, and the preset the questions happens a lot. Sometimes I have the feeling Romeo said once it's not true. I don't think, but I think they know what they can ask or don't ask.
Yeah, there's certain rules and guidelines.
It's boring.
Yeah, and obviously they do control who goes in. It's not like any.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You have to have the journalist. The credentials. Right?
Yeah,
you can't just walk in. But yeah, within those people that are able to go in, perhaps there is a select few that are kind of allowed. I don't know. I'm just kind of
no
guessing.
It is like that. It is like that. But it's boring to watch. Like I'm not gonna lie. The questions are the same and the answers are the same, and everybody just goes with it. I'm like,
control the media. That's the first way. That's how you control the people. Control the media. That's like some George Orwell stuff right there. Get all political on it.
So yeah. Before we go into our lineup, I will read out Fiorentina's lineup. I saved it or predicted lineup. Castrovilli tore his ACL, by the way, so he's out for a very long time. Let me see. I saved the Fiorentina lineup. Predicted one. Let me see. Oops. Here we go. So Fiorentina's predicted lineup is 4-3-3. It's with Terracciano on goal, usual. Venuti, Milenkovic, Igor, and Biraki. Then in midfield, it's Duncan, or whatever you want to call him. Torreira, Male, or Youssef, because I know a lot of people call him Youssef. And then up top, it's Gonzalez, Cabral is expected to start, and Ikone up top. So
Ikone had a good game last time.
He had a very good game. I remember he should have scored.
Yeah, a few times probably.
No idea how he missed that, but yeah, that's the predicted lineup for Fiorentina. So Castrovilli is out. He's injured.
Yeah, that'll hurt him a bit.
Yeah, it will. I was expecting Piontek to start, but apparently Cabral is gonna start, which is a bit surprising in my opinion.
Bring him in.
Maybe, yeah. I was also expecting Saponara, but he's also not starting. Amrabat. I was also expecting Amrabat, also not starting, but it's not in terms of like names. It's not the big names, but the way they play is it doesn't suit us. Like it doesn't. They will press us big time, and we will go in our lineup, and you will understand why I'm saying that. Let me see. So this is our lineup, our predicted lineup. It's not loading on the stream. I don't know why. YouTube is having a little delay too much today. I don't know why.
Yeah, it is stuttering a little bit. Somebody mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because I'm not getting any negative feedback on my stream, man. So weird. But this our predicted lineup, and it's sad. You know, I'll read it out. It's sad. It's Pirin in goal. It's De Ligt, Bonucci, Ticilio right back, Alexandro left back, Danilo Zaccaria in midfield, Bernardeschi right, Rabiot left. Up top, it's Morata and Vlahovic. And I almost cried with Romeo. When Romeo tweeted that out, I almost cried. Because that's absolutely abysmal. Like, I have no idea how we're going to create anything tomorrow. I'm not even lying. I'm not even joking. I don't want to be negative, but looking at that lineup, I have no idea how we're going to create chances. No. Maybe you can tell me.
No, I can't. I mean, if this was FIFA and you put those players in there, you'd probably have a half decent lineup. But this is reality, and we know like Rabiot, unless he has his second great game of the season, and then that's it, he's done. And same with Bernardeschi. I mean, he hasn't had any. Maybe it's been so long. Has he had a good game this season? Because he's due if he hasn't.
Yeah, one good game, or he had a good month. You won MVP.
That's right. He had the good month. That's right. Yeah.
I still think people overhyped that month, but I will give him to it. I will give it.
It was a decent performance. He did all right.
He got 4 goals. Like he doubled his goal value for 2 seasons and 1 month.
Nothing wrong with that. But like if Rabiot and Bernardeschi can have a night like they can, there's nothing wrong with that lineup other than maybe Danilo playing out of place a little bit. It's still not the greatest, but on paper, like there's no issue on paper. I know Rabiot and Bernardeschi aren't going to show up tomorrow, and Danilo is going to be playing midfield, and we know what he does. He's serviceable, but he's not going to create anything.
We are creating absolutely nothing. I will be surprised if we have a shot on target before the 60th minute. I will actually be amazed if we have one. Not from a corner.
That would be a good bet.
Not from a corner, just a complete open play one. You know, not a set piece, no set pieces. I will be shocked. I will absolutely be shocked because looking at that lineup, like Alexandro, we know that he will create nothing, not even to save his life. I think he will die. He will decide to just let it rest. Like it's been a good ride, 33 years on this planet Earth. It's done. I think he will do that because he just can't. Like he doesn't have the legs. Ticilio, we know Ticilio. Danilo midfield. He's not a midfielder. Zaccaria, he's not a creator. Rabiot on the wing. It's pointless. Bernardeschi, just in general, pointless no matter where he plays. And then you have Morata and Vlahovic up top. They're not creators. Like. They're not. That's not what they do.
No, they're gonna be sitting there waiting all game, 60 or 70 minutes apparently, according to Allegri. They're just gonna hang out for 60 or 70 minutes,
hanging around,
hoping that Rabiot doesn't trip over the ball.
And Norbert is saying I think it will be a 4-3-3. That will change absolutely nothing. Like I'm not gonna. It's nothing against you. But it could be a 4-3-3, it can be a 3-5-2, it can be a 5-4-1, I don't know, whatever. With these players, it's going to be the same result. It's not the setup, it's the quality of the players.
But I can't see a 4-3-3 happening with those specific players. I can. You put Berna up in the right.
Yeah.
Danilo as a defensive midfielder and the other two as central midfielders. And yeah, you can do it. But like you said, I think it doesn't change anything.
I think it will be more a 3-5-2 then. You will push Danilo at the back, and you will push Ticilio on that wing, left back, right back. Norbert is saying, Hassa saying why no Dybala? I think Like you need to
dead.
win on Monday. You need to win on Monday. That's one, and he's playing horrendous. Not saying Bernardeschi is the answer, but he's playing horrendous. So
him and Arthur were in a car, got in a crash. They're dead. They're both dead now, apparently.
yeah, Arthur's not coming back. He's not coming back.
Yeah,
apparently.
they're done.
But that lineup, and I saw Stephanie saying my mic cuts in and out. It's YouTube. It's not the mic this time because YouTube is glitching like a mad thing.
Yeah, like you're perfect coming in on my end. So there's definitely a connection error coming.
I have no idea what YouTube is doing because I'm not getting any errors on my end. But yeah, so yeah, that's our lineup. People in the chat, let us know what you think about that lineup. It's just sad. Like it is what it is. It's sad. Just looking at it, thinking about it tomorrow all day. That I need to watch that, trying to break down Fiorentina while not conceding a goal.
And it's not like we're playing Saturday, Sunday. Our game's Monday. There's a few days there to rest. I mean, you don't need to play Danilo in midfield. You don't need to play Bernardeschi. I don't know. I'm not super happy. What can I say?
No, that's a very that's a very defensive side because there's nothing attacking in it.
Oh, and that's the other point. So we're up 1-0.
We're gonna give the ball to Fiorentina.
Yeah, does this turn into like a 5-4-1 or something? Like
I don't know what it is, but
park the bus?
I will tell you one thing: you can also not counter with this team. You can't because Rabiot is clumsy, Bernardeschi is clueless with the ball, and that's it. There it stops.
I can see Zaccaria trying to push up the play, but again, he's not going to get any of that support unless Murata kind of drops back to pick up for him.
I would say okay because apparently he's resting some players. Why not rest Danilo now? He's not a midfielder. You don't need to play him in midfield. Like
perfect.
That's another excuse. Yes. That's another weird one. Like if you want to rest players, fine. Why are you not resting your right back playing in midfield for a second straight game? I don't know. I actually don't know. Do you think Miretti? You must think Miretti is absolutely awful. Otherwise, you play him. I'm sorry. I don't care that he played for the 23s. I actually don't care. If he's not playing well, comes 60 minutes, sub him off. I get it. If he's not in the game, fine. But I know a lot of these players will not be in their game and have not been in the game for a long time, and they're still playing. So
let's be honest. Like if Danilo, you want to give him some rest. If you have to sub Danilo in at the 30-minute mark because Moratti is that atrocious, you can do that.
That's
even if it's 20 minutes. It's after 20 minutes he gives up 2 goals. Take him off, sure, but we got to find out if he's actually that bad.
I don't believe he's that bad.
I don't believe he is. No, I don't believe he is either. But prove me wrong. Like show me the goods.
It's I thought something new, some news dropped. But yeah, it's I cannot believe we're playing like this tomorrow. I actually cannot believe we're playing like this. Like waiting all day for that. It's sad. I will say it's just sad. Like it is what it is. It's sad. Like you cannot be excited. Like even Allegri just tomorrow like announcing that squad to the team. Like I don't believe he cannot go back to his room to take a nap and it's like I'm gonna join this. Rabiot, Bernardeschi on that wing, Danilo midfield, let's go. De Chilion, Alexandro in behind. Like
well, you said the right name apparently. Rabiot there. He probably goes home and to Mrs. Rabiot. According to those rumors.
Apparently, also Rabiot is the ambassador of the Juventus training camp, so he's not going anywhere. But yeah,
his place stamped in stone there. Apparently,
it's stamped. I don't. Let me know in the chat, people. Do you think this team can beat Fiorentina? And with beat, I mean defend the 1-0. Just get it over the line. 1-1 is also beat.
Just aggregate. Beat them aggregate.
Let me know if you believe this squad, like this lineup, can do it. Don't think about Dybala coming from the bench or stuff. Like just these starting 11. Let me know if you think you can do
And I should be fair. Like I know I've been trashing a lot tonight for whatever reason. I'm just not feeling it. I still think this team is better than Fiorentina. They should still beat them. I'm throwing that out there. I know we're not going to look good, but we should beat them.
I don't know about that. I'm not gonna lie. I'll take De Ligt.
Our defense is.
I
Our
don't
center
know.
backs are better.
I'll take De Ligt. I'll take
better.
Vlahovic.
Morata is better than any striker they have. You know, overall, I would say.
I like Ikone a lot, to be honest. The way we play.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
But if I had to, if we're going back to like the FIFA teams again, if I had to choose between Ikone and Morata, but like real life ratings, I would still probably take Morata.
Yeah, maybe.
At the end of the day.
Think about it. On Oliphant saying draw maximum. Julian is saying no, this team cannot. Let me see. United Fire saying 1-1 would be a great result.
I'm trying to throw some positivity back in here, and then a couple of you guys are just like, no, just stop with the positivity.
And Murat said maybe Fiorentina doesn't leave Florence. And on Olifana saying, do you think if Danilo gets injured, he will still play Bernard Sandro in midfield? Yeah, he will not play Miretti. Oh, yeah. He won't.
Berna for sure is next guy up in midfield.
Yeah, he will do something weird, even weirder than playing Danilo in midfield before he gives Miretti a chance, which is absolutely embarrassing at this point. In the form they are in, the way they're playing, the way we are playing and looking back at the first game, we were getting smoked. Yeah, like all indicators point to we're gonna lose that game. Like let's be completely honest. The form we are in, the form Fiorentina are in, the way they played us in the first game, they improved after that game every week. We kind of decreased, if that even was possible. We did overall. Like all signals point to we're getting smoked. Like we're gonna lose that game. But let's see. Saban saying 1-1, certainly not an open play goal. Yeah.
I mean, if De Ligt has to come in and bang in the header, let's do it. But from open play, I don't know.
Julian saying if we eliminate Fiorentina, a little bit positivity will be back. It depends. Like if you shit house your way to that, I don't think so.
like if you draw 0-0 and you had like 2 shots on net and they had 12 and like Fernand just had a night. You can't be happy with that.
You can't be happy. No. If you just scrape
you will accept the result, but you're not going to be outwardly happy with how it happened.
No, if it's a game like you look back, it's 0-0, and you're like, oh, that game should have been 5-2 or something, but it ended 0-0 somehow. I'm like, okay, we still have an issue. We didn't score, but we dominated.
The other things were clicking. It was just the finishing.
If we dominate that game, it's 0-0. I'm like, okay, if we see improvement. But I put that line up a few minutes ago. We will not dominate anything. I'm sorry. Like that team will not dominate Fiorentina because that team cannot keep possession. They just can't. Like there's look at the players I mentioned. Danilo midfield, Rabiot, Bernardeschi, Alexandro. That team is not going to keep possession at all. Like I think
no, and I mean, yeah, that they have to. If the way they're set up is to slow down the game and block up the lanes of their attack.
Yeah.
But you can't do that if you don't control the ball.
No, I agree. So yeah, let me see. Misha say we won't even counterattack with that setup. No, I just mentioned that like that's not a counterattacking team. Just look at the quality of the players. And
that's the other version of a 4-4-2 is set it up as a counterattack.
Yeah. But that's not one.
But this not in this particular setup. You can't see that.
That's just shit out your way to the final lineup. It's not. That should be a new formation, and it should be named like that. But yeah, we're 40 minutes in, I think. I think it's gonna be a shorter show tonight. Let's go into the predictions. People in the chat, let me know your predictions for the game.
Let's hear them.
90 minutes, extra time, penalties, whatever. Let me know. I will let you go first.
0-0.
Nice.
Then I don't. Then I'm not on the hook for any goal scorers either.
So that lineup and a 0-0. Just what I needed after a long day, coming back at home, seeing that. So I backed us to go to the final and win it. So I cannot, do a U-turn. I just can't. But I will say I'm not positive. And my heart says we're not gonna win. Like, we're gonna get eliminated. That's what my heart is saying. And my mind. Everything. But because I predicted we're gonna win it months ago, I'm gonna say we're gonna win 2-1. Tomorrow it's gonna be De Ligt and Morata to score the goals. But
all right,
it's just because I backed us to go to the final and win it. My mind is saying no chance. Yeah, it's done. Let me see the chat.
I like United Fire's prediction.
Let me see. Home of You saying 1-1. Dusan to score. United Fire saying Vlahovic, Bonucci. Yeah, oh my god. And Holly Fun is saying 3-0 Fiorentina. Pisa saying 2-0 Viola. Juve 0 shots on target. Julian is saying 1-0 for Juve with a late goal after a cross from Quadrado. Alessandro saying, is there away goals in this? Nope, no away goals. It's just if Fiorentina score, if they win 1-0 tomorrow, it's extra time. If they win 1-2, excuse me, it's extra time. Morata saying hope on 1. Stalin saying Vlahovic needs to tackle the goalkeeper to score with a foot. But yeah, Kyle saying 1-0 to Fiorentina. They got the extra Juve win. They go to extra. Okay, yeah, they will play us hard, like as they usually do, because that's their game of the season, especially at home. So that's why I always said you need to go into that last game of the season wrapping up. Like, top 4 should be wrapped up by then, because it's gonna be a madness if you haven't, and if they can, it's gonna be
pandemonium. It will be insane. The cops will need to be bought off to stay away.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Because I was mistaken, from next season the away goal rule is out of it. I'm sorry. I'm completely sorry.
Yeah,
it's from next season.
Standing right now.
Because
it was Champions League that they changed it.
Yeah, no, because I wrote down 22-23. Now I see it because I looked it up. I saved it on my computer, but I had 22 on my mind. But it's 22-23. So excuse me. The away goal rule still stands. So yeah, we got the advantage, but that can be easily turned around tomorrow.
Yeah, you can't go into this game, and I hope they don't, because we've seen them do this in the Champions League most especially, where they go in thinking we have the advantage, and then you just see it immediately dissipate.
Yeah.
Your head has to go in as you need to win that game.
Has the same thoughts on our opponent for the final. It's not our opponent. It's not our final for now. So we will talk about it if we get to the final. And we'll do the preview the 10th of May then. But for now, it's Fiorentina. It's tomorrow. We don't need to think about any finals.
One step at a time. But yeah, just because it's Inter. But what do you want us to say? We don't like them. No. We'll leave it at that. And if we get to the final, then we'll tell you how we really feel. How much we really don't like them.
Let me see.
Yeah, there's a lot more Allegri out comments as of late. I mean, don't really blame the sentiment at this point. It is frustrating, but I mean, you buckle up, kids. Like, we're on for a ride. I think you're gonna see him for at least a couple more years.
Yeah.
Unless all this drama in the background, there's something crazy happening, like Days of Our Lives kind of drama.
Let me see. I saw a comment, but it slipped away. I cannot find it now. Shit.
What was it about?
It was about Allegri, but it's gone. It was a good one.
Oh, one did get retracted. I don't know. But I mean, there's a few Allegri ones right now. People are just trashing them.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. I cannot find it anymore. But yeah. So it's split. Like I saw a lot of wins. I saw a lot of batterings. Not even losses. Just smackings. 3-0. That will be actually embarrassing. And people talk about, no, I don't think we will sack Allegri unless something crazy happens. But no, unless he steps down himself or stuff like that.
And the thing is, replacements. This would be exactly like when we fired Allegri last time. Who do you get in? Because we ended up with Sarri. And we know that wasn't the choice that should have been made. We'll leave it at that.
I don't believe that was a choice at the beginning.
It's what was left. It's what was there. They found some guy having a smoke outside the stadium. It was like, we'll pick you.
Yeah. Hanin is saying you were going to the game to park the bus to Fiorentina. Sad days. It is sad days. That should never happen at home, but it's what it is now. Let me see. Name is not backing down. So he's hyping it up. But yeah.
That is, yeah.
You know what it is? It's just meh, you know? It's like, it's not excited. Like, I'm not excited for tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. It is what it is. When the game kicks off, I'll do my best, but probably 25 minutes and I will be like, what the hell am I watching over here? Once again, like, this is unwatchable for the fact that we are crap and Fiorentina are probably dominating us completely. And we have, like, we're all over the place. That's the vibe I get watching that lineup.
And you know what the worst thing is? If Fiorentina goes through, they're probably going to get completely trashed by Inter.
Yeah, maybe. They will lose. I think they will lose. But yeah, we can get trashed by them if we make it. So.
And there's more comments. Everyone wants to ask about getting.
Yeah, it's not the moment. It's not the moment. You know.
Yeah.
He's not gonna sack now. So just ride it out until the end of the season. It is what it is. He's not gonna sack now.
For 35 days, he let us know. 35
days. Yeah. Mark it down. Maybe we need to do a countdown on the channel. 35 days until the suffering is over.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up for today because I don't know, it's difficult. Like the energy is gone. The energy is actually gone for now.
It's all good. You save yourself up for tomorrow. You're gonna need it.
Yeah. What I was saying, I cannot tolerate another L from the team. I hope the season ends with minimum damage. The damage is already big, so I don't know what you mean by minimum. But no more damage. I think that's what you're trying to say. No more damage. Which is impossible. There will be more damage.
So not.
But yeah, let me see. Mondachi saying, I think Allegri's Juve have a problem with Fiorentina or team play with a high press and 1-1 mark and get 1-on-1 mark and get man behind the ball. I think the issue is we staying against the press. Another issue is we cannot fill up the box. Like it's Vlahovic, and if you're lucky, Morata's also in there. That's an issue. Like that's a big time. I remember with Pirlo, we have 4 or 5 players in the box at some point. Like that's if you want to be dominant, especially at home, you cannot have one player in the opposition box. Like that's embarrassing. That's frustrating for a striker because he's getting all the attention. It's easy to defend. And that's an issue.
You have a wide guy and a mid guy kind of coming in.
Yeah.
With our 4-4-2, like if something's coming in from the right, you should see, should probably see Zachary in there. You should see Rabiot in there, like assuming Bernardeschi's putting a cross in. You'll also see Rabiot, Zachary, Vlahovic, Morata. All those guys should be attacking. You're going to see 2 of those 4, perhaps.
Yeah, it's sad. It's actually sad to watch because you know, because I watch my dad. Sometimes he said like cross the ball. I'm like, to who? Like it's Vlahovic against 5 men. It's pointless. It's actually pointless. And then they keep the ball. They play it back. That's also pointless. But like crossing at this point is also pointless. He's not gonna win that duel unless that is a Trent Alexander ball that will be pinpoint on Vlahovic's head. We don't have that. So it's pointless. What I was saying? Oh, I mean top 4 and don't lose against that Lombardian team. Yeah, maybe you don't need to play them anymore. You don't. Do we need to play them? No, we don't need to play them. It's done, unless you make the final. But that's you assuming we'll make the final. I made a poll before the live started. I'll read that out before we wrap it up. So ask who's gonna win. 60% is saying Juve, 22% is saying a draw, and 20% is saying Fiorentina. So that's kind of positive. I was saying I thought you were gonna make fun of Trent's defending for a second. He improved, but that's the way he play. The way Liverpool play, the way he plays, he will get caught out here and there. It's only normal.
Yeah, that's part of
It's part of it. Yeah.
System and with his offensive output, I mean that's a team that will just outscore you if they'll let a couple in perhaps, but they'll also just smash you as well. So
yeah,
and that's because you have guys like Trent that can come in from a right back position and just produce.
Yeah,
we don't have that in our fullbacks.
I agree. But yeah, guys, I see YouTube is still glitching for some reason. Not glitching, it's way behind on my screen. It still has the lineup.
Yeah, it slowed down.
It still has the lineup.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's glitched.
Yeah, I don't know what the issue is today with YouTube. It's not me. I will say that because everything is perfect on my end.
Just a little slow and sloppy after the long weekend. Too much turkey and wine. That's all.
Probably, yeah. Before we wrap it up, as usual, if you haven't considered it, join the members club. You can join the Discord group. Get wallpapers, discounts soon, priority when we do giveaways. You can come on the channel like Davide because he's in the members club. You can pick one of the 3 tiers. You will always get access to the Discord no matter what tier you pick. Just hit the members club. The link for that is in the community tab for the Discord group. If you don't find it, just DM me, Justin or Julian. I will sort that out. So yeah, that's that. And then we will wrap it up for the day. We will be back tomorrow with a preview midday, like a pre-recorded one, match reaction, player ratings, then a Julian video on Thursday, and on Friday, I need to see what we'll do on Friday. There will be a debate show and there will be a podcast this week because we play on Monday. So the preview for the Swallow game will be on Sunday. So yeah, no day off on Sunday. It will be a preview. That sucks.
Yeah, guys, no days off. You better be here, same time.
Yeah, for me. Yeah, you guys in the chat, you don't need to be here. I hope so, but it is.
No, you do. No, they all do. They all have to be here.
They all do on a Sunday evening, listening to us talking about getting smoked by Sassuolo, by Fratesi.
No. Come on, let's stay a little bit positive until we have reason to.
Let's see. If we win tomorrow, I might be positive on Sunday evening.
So guys, we got this tomorrow.
Got this.
We're going to final.
But yeah,
just throwing it out there, man. We got to do it.
Yeah, coming from the guy who predicted a 0-0. It's enough.
That's still a win.
It's enough. It's enough, but like, I will be surprised if we keep the 0, if we keep a clean sheet. But let's see. Yeah. Thank everyone for joining on Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
It's Wednesday for me. That's why Tuesday evening.
Too much turkey and wine. We get it.
Yeah, Wednesday morning for me and some other people in the chat. We will be back tomorrow. I want to thank Davide for joining again for the second time.
Thanks again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And then we will see everyone live on Thursday. No live tomorrow, but match reaction and stuff. See you. Ciao.
And don't forget to smash the like button.
Oh yeah, like the
because
video.
Justin's gonna yell at you. Like it, dudes, gals, everyone. Get in on it.